Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Sunny Hill Honey. First of all, I just want to say Happy New Year! The stores have been closed for a few days in Norway, so we just went grocery shopping and had to stock up. Our fridge was pretty bare. And after all of that Christmas food, it's nice to have some vegetables in the house. Whenever we're at the store, we make it a habit of checking the discount section to see if there's anything on sale. Things that are going out of date, like these Brussels sprouts. The original cost was about 15 crowns, and we got them for half price. So I'm planning on doing something with those, either freeze them or can them. And we got really lucky. We lucked out. When we were at the store, Tommy saw this whole crate of vegetables that the store was going to throw away. And we asked if we could give them to our chickens, which is great. But once we got it home, we discovered that there was a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables that were totally edible and nothing wrong with them. So we're really lucky there, and we're going to be making some blueberry jam and some grape jelly. And I have to do a lot with it. There's a lot of cauliflower. So that's great. We've had a snowstorm for the past 3 days, and it has snowed and snowed and snowed. It's crazy. It's been windy, and while we were away on a little Christmas cruise from Oslo to Kiel, our pavilion fell down. We had a tarp on top, and the snow was just so heavy. It was like tons of snow. You can imagine the weight, and it just fell down. But we managed to save our garden furniture, so that was really good. I'm glad that they didn't break. But we're gonna have to get a new pavilion this summer because our house is facing south, and it gets really hot on the deck. So that's a shame it didn't last very long, but things like this happen. Just look at all of this snow. My son has been out here twice trying to shovel. And there's our pavilion. It just totally fell down. Birdhouse is still hanging though. And it is snowing and snowing and snowing. It's winter wonderland. It's going to get very cold in the next few days. Abnormally cold. I mean, I'm talking like 27 below in Celsius, below zero. So that's pretty darn cold. So we are really going through our wood supply, like it's going very quickly. But we have 3 fireplaces in our house to keep us warm. So that's a good thing. Yeah, now my glasses are all steamed up from being outside. But let's get on to the blueberry jelly. There are 2 liters of blueberries that the store was going to throw away. And as you can see, they're not moldy. And I tasted some, and they are just so sweet, and they pop in your mouth. They're just really, really good. So I have to do something with them pretty quickly so that they don't go bad. So I'm going to be making a very easy blueberry jam, and the only thing you need is blueberries and sugar and some jars. Each of these is about 400 grams of blueberries. There was a bad one. That's a lot of blueberries. I just can't believe they were going to throw these away. And I'm going to cook these blueberries for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so I have this really nice blueberry looking soup here. So I'm going to get my sugar ready, turn my heat off. And for 2 liters of blueberries, it's not very much sugar, it's only 2 deciliters of sugar. 2 deciliters of sugar, which is about 200 grams. And mix in my sugar, and it should start to thicken up. Just stir until all of the sugar is dissolved, and then we're going to put it back onto the hot plate and cook it a little longer. And I have a little taste to see if the sugar, if it's sweet enough. That's really good. It's very good. It smells really delicious, and you can use these blueberries for a pie filling. You can have them on waffles with a little bit of sour cream. That's very Norwegian. Or just a jelly on bread, on toast with butter. So this is great to have on the shelf, and I'm really excited that we actually got them for free. Now the trick is to get this into the jars while it's still hot and put the lids on immediately. And as it cools down, it will thicken some more. That's Bella having a drink of water. And let's get our lids on straight away. Nice clean jars and a tight lid while it's hot. And these will have a pretty long shelf life. Once you open them, then they have to go in the fridge. And I have these cute little covers. It's just an elastic band with some jute cloth. There we go. Looks so nice. You can even use a piece of cloth and just tie it on there. And these would be really nice presents. Okay, so now I have to get dinner going. My family's hungry, and as you can see, it is pitch black outside already. It's 4 o'clock. I have some pork over on the wood burning stove that has been slow cooking for a few hours, so that should be ready to just fall off the bone. So let's have a look into our basket and see what we can use for our stew. Today I'm going to be making Lapskaus, which is a Norwegian stew, and it has kohlrabi in it. This is kohlrabi. I have no idea what it's called in English. It's a type of turnip or a root vegetable. If you know what this is called in English, please leave me a comment. I'd love to know. We also have, here's a baked potato, some eyes. Just pick them off and peel them, and they'll be fine. So, like they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with this potato. It's just perfect. So Lapskaus is really any kind of meat that you want to put into it. You can use sheep, you can use pork, you could use beef. So it's just really nice. I got some inexpensive pork, and it's nice and tender from cooking on the stove for many hours. It's salted and smoked. And you can add any kind of spices that you fancy. I prefer a little bit of thyme in mine. So we'll just put some thyme in there. We'll have to taste it if it's salty enough once we get the meat in there, which I'm going to add. Just add. Look at all the meat. Looks good. Stir. Oh, it smells so good. And of course some black pepper. So here's a little trick that I learned from Tommy. He's the one that taught me how to make lapskaus. If your stew is a little thin, you can add some mashed potato flakes, and it will thicken it up for you. So just waiting for my vegetables to be nice and tender, and I'll add a little bit of potato flakes. And that's it. Dinner is served.
Be sure to check out our upcoming videos about pressure canning. We were so lucky to receive a Presto pressure canner from my mom and sisters, Kate and Jamie, in the United States. They also sent 2 cases of ball mason jars. We have not been able to get a hold of these things in Europe, so we are so thankful and excited. Our goal one day is to become self-sufficient with food here on Sunny Hill Honey. Meanwhile, have a look at our other videos from our little homestead in Norway. Thanks so much for watching.